We're on location with Limahl, and you have your first American solo album out, which is...
It's English too.
The same one in England?
Yes, exactly the same.
But your career, really, in England and America, are not running parallel.
No.
In England, you've already established yourself as an incredibly successful solo artist with a number of hits behind you, and now you're just about to break the States. How did this time lag come about?
I think just working in England and Europe, where the profile has been much bigger, and also that the record company here didn't feel that the time was right. And now with the success of NeverEnding Story in the rest of the world, they've taken a serious look at the record, and it's Georgia Moroder, it's a dance song, it can cross over, and I'm free, you know, to be here and, you know, do the right things that I have to do. And it just feels like a good time. It's very strange because, like, I've been working in Europe and like the rest of the world for the last 15 months, and all my contemporaries, like Wham and Duran, Culture Club, people like that have been doing real well. And I've been like, come on, you know, let's get to America and let's get that whole thing going. And so finally I'm here. It's great.
Do you like being associated with a movie? Do you think it's good that you're on a soundtrack? So many bands are doing soundtracks these days. People like Simple Minds on a movie called The Breakfast Club, and now you're on NeverEnding Story. Do you like that?
I think being on the soundtrack or doing the theme song is something different. The theme song will be on the screen, and that's exciting. This film particularly didn't do that well here. It did, like, I think it got to number 5 in Variety, which is quite important, for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then it just like died off. But I've heard that it's doing real well on the home video hire, that type of thing. But it doesn't matter, you know, like in England the movie never came out and the song got to 4 in the national charts, so I think the song does stand up on its own merit.
And Only for Love was a hit for you as well, making the top 30 in England.
It's actually got to 16. I wanted it to do better than that, but you know, what can you do?
Have you been playing live to promote Limahl as a solo artist?
No. I've actually done a lot of live work, 3 years in theatre before I even joined KajaGooGoo, and then 2 very big tours with them. But as Limahl, I've done nothing, no real reason, just because I haven't felt that the time was right. But as soon as, you know, there's a audience out there to be played to, and, you know, feel we can sell some tickets and stuff like that, I can't wait.
Did you enjoy being on stage with KajaGooGoo?
Well, because in theatre I was very frustrated, you know, I had to perform along other people, and I had this sort of goal in mind of performing with a band, and anyway, it was all working towards the goal, and then finally I did it. It was, I mean, because when Too Shy took off, it was so grand and so explosive, it was fantastic. And the tour was incredible, you know.
I saw headlines in the English papers which said Goo Mania. And I heard there was some near riots with some cars being overturned in certain locations.
At one concert, 24 fans fainted. And I don't think it was because I walked on stage. I think it was purely because it was the heat, and they were all like clustered together at the front. And it was so distracting trying to perform to like 4,000 people, and like you got the real heavies dragging out the people, carting them to the side of the stage, and, you know, the ambulance people trying to make them recover. It was really funny, but it's all part and parcel of the thing.
You had an irony happen with KajaGooGoo, in the fact that Nick Rhodes produced your first single, Too Shy, and it went to number 1, beating Duran to number 1. Did you ever talk to Nick afterwards about that?
I think he got a hard time about that. That was very a whole interesting era, because I was working at a nightclub in London. That's where I met Nick. Nick played the tape to EMI Records in London, and we got a deal. And then he went on, and it was very strange when I analyse it now. The Rio album by Duran had not even been completed, and he was interested in producing another band. And when you think about it, for a guy, a keyboard player who's already early in his career, thinking about doing something like that, it's kind of strange. But he did, and, you know, we worked with Colin and Nick together, and it worked.
Were you really shocked at the amount of success you had so quickly? I mean, you became literally the face in England. Every magazine had you on the cover. You were on every newspaper, whether it was the Times or the Daily Mirror, there was a photograph of Limahl. Was that really almost culture shock to you?
That is what the business does. You know, suddenly very trendy, and everyone's talking about you, and you're the best thing since sliced bread, and everybody puts you on their cover, and everybody talks about you, and this happens for a while, and then everybody gets sick, because it's just like total saturation. And I actually think it's very dangerous to get to that stage, because people get really fed up. You know, and Culture Club have been through it, Bowie's been through it, and I've seen them, and the British press are very good at doing that. They'll really put you on a pedestal. They did it with KajaGooGoo, and suddenly, you know, you're the greatest thing for 6 months, and then everyone gets sick of hearing good things. They start writing bad things about you, and then it goes back the other way. I mean, I've seen bands go through that too, so you just got to let it go by and just get on with it, because if you just get sunk into it, you know.
KajaGooGoo seemed like a band in the beginning that had...
Expanding all the time.
So you're planning to expand all the time. You're here on promotion. Will we see you live? Because I know there's a lot of fans out there that would love to see you live.
It's too early, I think. You know, you need a hit. You need to feel that you can sell enough tickets so you've got enough money to put on a show, a good show, a show that will be remembered. I mean, after all, a show is very important. People come and spend an evening of their life with you, and they pay for that, and it's got to be good. So I'm not in any hurry to just get out there and do a mediocre concert. I really want it to be special.